Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Roll With It, a special Thursday edition once again. So we'll go ahead and hop into a quick recap and go over what the group's been doing thus far. So last session, the group continued their journey north, finishing finishing their last couple days to Shadowdale, arriving and finding an inn to stay at for potentially a few days or as long as they needed to gather their information that they needed. And the following day, they set out to kind of scope out the town, get an idea of where everything was, and finding the basilisk, they decided to go ahead and gather up, enter in, and gain entrance to the true bar, which laid behind some sort of magical enchantment, and spoke with Mr. Stone in order to retrieve the information that Rowan was interested in. So after Rowan made a quick deal and was placed under the effects of the Geese spell, you guys were able to then proceed to the second point of business, presenting him with the wooden case that Iglar had given to you. And upon him opening the case, he informed you that he would be more than happy to give you the information that you were interested in regarding the Daemon Fae, and requested 2 days' time in order to, well, or enough time by the time you guys would be returning from your current job, that he would have the information ready for you. So the group from there set out, and when we ended, Ron was heading back to the inn to drop off keys, while the rest of the group was heading towards the stables to the north of town to retrieve the horses and the wagon or the cart. So that's where we left off. So we'll go ahead and pick up right there. Rowan, you were heading back to the inn real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to do while you're there? Or
Uh,
anything you need to tell the innkeeper while you're coming back?
no, I'll just turn in the keys and tell him that we're heading out.
Okay. He'll thank you and say if you need any place to stay on your way back through or come back through, feel free to come back again.
Sounds good.
So, all right. So the four of you head up to the stables. You inform them that you're leaving for the day or leaving town. All right, so they go ahead and start getting your horses ready. Say they need about 15 minutes in order to get everything situated. They just need about 15 minutes just to get the wagon and everything attached to the one horse, and then they will be ready to go. So, Rowan, you'll head back as they're waiting for the horses to be finished up. So.
Cool.
Uh, well, do you guys think we're gonna need the cart? Because we have a few ways to get there. We can go by road, which means the cart won't be an issue. We can cut straight through the woods, or we can follow the river.
We shouldn't need the card, I wouldn't think.
Okay. I'll get the guy's attention and be like, we'll leave the cart here. We'll come back for it.
Okay. How
there a
long do
fee
you
for
think
that?
it'll be before you come back?
How much to stable it for a week?
I mean, if you're just needing to, we just need to store it for a week, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Gold piece?
All right, I'll hand him two and be like,
Okay.
the other one's just in case we go over.
All right, sure, no problem. We've got a storage area in the back. We'll go ahead and lock it up.
Thank you.
He'll bring out like a piece of parchment and just ask for some information, basically, so that way they know who should be claiming the cart when you guys come back. So.
Right.
I guess just to kind of clarify for everybody, the new screen that we're on is the digital representation of the map you guys got from Mr. Stone. So just kind of shows the general area where you're at. It's not incredibly detailed, but just gives a representation of everything you got there. So in the lower right-hand corner of the map, you have the actual town of Shadowdale there in the clearing. There are a couple of roads that kind of go off. Forest, of course, is to the north, and then beyond that is an area that's referred to as Dagger Hills. Dagger Keep. Daggerdale Keep is to the northwest of there, with that little grove of trees. And hang on, I gotta remember the name of this. I remember this name. I can't remember. I think it's Crag Hills Keep, I think is the name of the one that's at the end of the river there. If I remember correctly. So. But that is the general area where you guys are at.
Cool.
Sorry, the White Crag. I don't know if I say Crag Hills, but the White Crag is what it's called. And then Castle Daggerdale is the one that's to the northwest.
Castle
Okay.
Grayskull.
No, we're not getting into any powers here.
Copyright. Hammer.
Copyright. Taste hammer. Yeah. So that is the area where you guys are at, and then of course the circle represents your intended destination or approximate. So, Kilnoran, there are some notations that are included to help with your survival checks, kind of landmarks and everything that you're looking for. The map is written as coming from the road, so if you're going to take a different path, you're not sure if you'll have to backtrack a little bit to get to where some of the landmarks are, or what you're. It's just going to make your survival checks kind of interesting. So, but yes, the map is written as if you're coming from the road that goes north and passes through the hills.
To grandmother's house we go.
If Grandma wants to kill you, she's a necromancer, so
Yeah. What big eyes you have.
right? Now into a grim fairy tale. About par for the course for a D&D campaign.
Yeah, you know.
All right, so they'll get you on the road slightly quicker. So it only takes about 5 or 10 minutes. Get everything all packed up. You guys still do have about, I think you guys purchased a 10 days worth of feed for the horses and whatnot when you left. So you still have about 2 or 3 days left. So.
Oh, alrighty. Rowan, could you get the map out?
Gives map.
Please.
I said gives map.
I didn't hear you.
It was kind of toned down, yeah.
Sorry.
I will open it up and I'll point out the 3 routes.
Okay.
And I guess the notations will be like, okay, it's your guys' choice on how you want to handle it.
Kind of like your suggestion of the river route, because that gives us a little bit of a buffer on one side if we need it, just in case.
I'm down for
That-
going whichever way the expert says we should go.
River route.
The expert has spoken.
Rith will
Oh.
pop out his chest.
And I'll hand back the map. I'm like, okay. Let's follow the river.
All right, so I guess head back through town towards the bridge, and then when you get to the river, just turn north.
Yep.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Being off road, I mean, it'll be a slightly, it'll be an interesting trip for the horses and whatnot. But I mean, you're with your Outlander trait. I think that helps with travel, correct?
It does, but I think my favorite terrain ability is actually more helpful.
Okay,
Yeah, with our Outlander traits.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have Outlander traits. He has the Outlander trait, so it's extra special.
Cutting through the forest with the river, difficult terrain will not slow us down.
Okay. And then you have advantage on checks in the forest.
We cannot collapse by magical means. I'm always alert to danger. No.
No? Okay. I thought the favorite train gave you some kind of special for like checks and survival and whatnot. Okay. Is that your only favorite terrain, or do you have two?
It's my only one.
Okay. All right. So
You would
Through the
think it
forest?
would, but that's weird.
I know you get another one as a ranger, but I think that's
At 6th
later on.
level.
6th level. Okay.
Yep.
I couldn't remember if you started with one or two. But... All right. So we'll say, let's see, that's. You guys will make most of the travel through the woods for the most part without any kind of difficulty. Following the river makes going north very, very simple. You just keep the river on your left and everything is great, grand, glorious, and good. So you have about 5-ish hours of travel that you can do. So you don't quite clear the forest through your first day of travel, but you'd estimate, Kelnorn, you're probably close to the edge by this point. I mean, you've gone a little bit more than half the distance, more than likely. So,
Okay.
Because I mean, you cut a whole lot of distance off by just almost going in a straight line. So, taking what would be about a 60-mile trip and reducing it down to maybe 40, 45 or so. But
The expert chose wisely.
that's why you leave decisions to the man with the hammer or the dragonborn with the hammer.
If I disagree, he'll hit me.
That's right.
No.
That too.
You guys make your way through the forest, come to the evening time when you're setting up camp and whatnot, and anything you wish to do during this evening.
I will gather supplies.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check as you're out there. Determine how many rations we get today. My goodness.
Well, I find twice as much as I normally would.
kills a boar, gets 8 rations.
21.
21. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you can either. There seems to, being that it is mid-fall and whatnot. I mean, there is plenty of actual game out. So I mean, if you want small game, you can probably find small game. Otherwise, you can find berries, roots, mushrooms, nuts. So it just depends on what you want to come back with.
Meats, roots, and mushroom.
Okay, so you can find yourself at least there. You see at least a half dozen hares that go by during the time that you're out there. So I mean, you can grab a couple of those if you want, and then a collection of roots and mushrooms that you know are edible. So
Awesome.
clean them up, make them for dinner if you want. You guys will eat good tonight. So
Yes. I will cook them up.
okay. You can roll a check to see how well you do, or it's up to you. The cooking utensils. Wow.
22.
All right.
Not
So
bad.
being back in your old stomping grounds, or your clan's stomping grounds anyhow, you remember, I mean, you grabbed a couple of things that you were familiar with growing up and end up making a dish that you are familiar with. You probably get like halfway through it before you realize like all of your actions, what you're actually doing. When it starts to hit you, you're like, oh, I know this dish. But it turns out great.
All right. You guys go. Enjoy.
This is really good.
Thank you.
Good meat.
Right. So, how do you want to handle tonight?
The same way we handle every night, Pinky.
Well, I've never really had a consistent watch order, so
That's true. Well, I mean, yours
I'm
is
first.
fairly consistent.
Mine is consistent.
I just randomly float between like 3 and 4 usually.
Prefer first.
Take last.
Go third.
Okay. So you guys set up watches for the evening. Lilith and Rith, you guys are up first. You guys want to go ahead and give me a perception check as you're taking your watches?
Before Kerr dozes off, he'll take a nibble off one of his special mushrooms.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So 18, 14. It's quiet here. It's aside from, I mean, you have the river that's going not too far away. I mean, you're not right next to it, but close enough that you can get water. And the night has already fallen by the time you guys have taken your watch, like fully. It's completely dark and everything. So sunset probably, 2-ish hours ago or so, or at least started to. It is quiet in this area, though. Just slight woodland noises. Nothing really else that you can make out. I mean, you hear some animals off in the distance, but given the fact that the temperatures kind of drop at night, I mean, you guys are almost forced to keep a fire going for the most part if you want to stay warm or at least get a good night's rest. But aside from rowing, right? So your guys' watch passes by pretty uneventfully. Is there anything you want to do?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Rith, go ahead and just give me a wisdom save for you.
All right.
Oh,
You have a hard time sleeping. Like when you close your eyes, the images of small you seeing that symbol
All right.
as the blade comes down, it just like it's one of those times like if I don't know if you guys have ever gone to sleep and like you have just a bad dream and then you try to go back to sleep and it just restarts. Go back to sleep, it restarts, and it's just like you can't quite get it out of your head. So it takes you probably halfway through the next watch before you finally doze off. But it's not a very restful sleep. You still get your full rest, but it's just not very restful.
Okay.
Rocks fall, we all die.
Quite. Not yet.
That was
That
that was
would've
the
been-
dream.
Yeah, Yeah. So, Kovac, your watch is up. Go ahead and give me a perception check if you'd like. Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah, relatively peaceful. The river kind of passing by, rushing by you is a nice ambiance that really lends itself to sitting back against a tree and reading a book. Just there's a cool
Perfect.
breeze going on, which really isn't a whole lot different than being in the Fortress of Memories. I mean, it's cool there anyhow, but it's yeah, it's nice for you. You almost get to a point where your first watch is ending when you need to wake up Rowan and almost get like through it. Like you almost forget to wake him up. So it's in the book. So Rowan, you want to go ahead and give me a perception check?
I guess. Okay. Maybe. Oh, there it is.
Is the mushroom for Kelnoran just to kind of help him sleep, or is it going to have other effects for him too?
it's to slowly, I guess, wean himself into something that's not alcohol.
Okay. Gotcha. 22. All right. So Kovac wakes you up. Book still in hand, kind of nudges you, lets you know it's your time, and then he goes back to where he was sitting at the tree and sits back down with it again. I would say that you notice like that Rith seems to be tossing and turning a lot more in his sleep than he normally does when you guys are there. Normally when Rith goes out, he's just out for the most part. But aside from that, uneventful for you as well. And you can attempt to wake Kerr up.
Yeah.
Kelnoran.
I'll wake him up.
All right. Any effects from the mushroom for you when you're waking up, or?
I don't know.
Well, so you said it's one of the ones you put in like the beverage one time, right? The
Yeah.
psychedelic ones. Give me a Constitution save to see how well you did with it, I guess.
17.
17. It does kind of scratch the itch to a certain extent. I was just going to see maybe if you were just like laying there, just eyes wide open, haven't slept yet because you can hear colors at this point. But no, it's just that edge that you've been feeling since you got back. It's dulled down a little bit, so you're able to sleep. Things might look a little weird as you get up. Takes Rowan a little while to kind of come into focus for you, but after about a minute or so, the familiar visage of him comes into focus, and you can focus on him. But yeah, there's like a good 45 seconds or so, Rowan, where he's just kind of like looking not at you, but through you. Like his eyes aren't really focused on you.
It's your turn.
You're real. Okay.
Touches my arms. Yep.
Have a good sleep.
Yeah, I guess. See you in a couple hours.
Try to get some more. And I'll drop Bear Totem and give everyone 11 temporary hit points.
All right. All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check at disadvantage while you're keeping watch as the effects are wearing off, we'll say. Wow.
24.
Nice.
What the heck?
Man, your senses are really clear right now.
Man,
This might be the new way of dealing with things. You are alert. But
I did used to roll pretty good when he was drunk too, so it really might be.
functioning alcoholic and functioning drug addict. I mean, it's just the way some people are. But not that we
That would be
recommend it, of
interesting.
course. We do not
Right.
recommend this type of behavior. If you have serious problems, get a therapist, you know?
Yeah. Extremely poor way of dealing with trauma.
Yes. Talk it out. But all right, yeah, I mean it's your watch goes by fairly uneventfully, but you kind of recall something since you were a little bit distracted now and you got a little bit more clarity of mind. You were noticing that there are some bear tracks in this area.
Great.
So
Okay.
you just noticed. I mean, for whatever that means for Kelnorin, but yeah, you have noticed bear tracks in the area.
He's like, did I do that?
Maybe, yeah. And you were out of it pretty hard afterwards, so maybe, who knows? Yeah. All right, so yeah, your watch passes by uneventfully, and morning comes around. Air starts to warm up a little bit, even as you're like ending your watch, Kelnorin. It gets a little bit warmer. It got pretty cool last night, probably near freezing, you would say, but temperature seems to be picking up because the sky clears out and wind kind of shifts directions a little bit more southerly than north wind, but
Okay.
yeah, seems like it's going to be a nice day.
I'll check with Druidcraft.
It is indeed going to be a nice day. You're thinking when you cast it, you just get a glowing yellow mote that just kind of floats.
weather-wise, it's gonna be a nice day.
Right.
I mean, it's one less thing you got to worry about.
Uh, about will we reach the location today or tonight, or will it be like something we need to look for tomorrow?
Based on the map, I mean, uh, give me just a general survival check.
Sure.
With the map. Oh, 20. I mean, yeah. You can give me. I was gonna say you can probably go to advantage since you have the map too, and with your Outlander feature, we'll say roll another one if you want. See
As
if
soon
there's
as
any
all
better.
the little pop-ups get out of my way.
All right.
Yeah.
20. So, based on the map, I mean, you probably traveled 2/3 of the distance already, maybe 60%. But you would estimate if you were able to move straight there, you would probably get there by lunch. You're gonna have to pick up the trail somehow, since you're coming at it from kind of backwards. So it'll be early afternoon. You estimate,
Okay.
depending on how quickly you can get your bearings as you get into the hills. So
Um. Enjoy your guys' breakfast for a little bit. I need to check some stuff out before we head out. Once we get moving, it should be lunch by the time we get there. And now I'm going to go check out the bear track.
okay. Go ahead and give me just a survival check as you're checking out the tracks and everything. A 16. Okay. The tracks that you saw here, I mean, they very similar to a little bit bigger than like the bears that your tribe kept. Maybe like a full size brown bear. But looks more like they're just kind of wandering back and forth towards the watering hole, either for just water or to catch fish. Kind of follow it a little bit. You do see a spot where it looks like they might have dug out some roots and whatnot to eat, but looks like you're just kind of in its territory.
Okay. How fresh are they?
Based on your check there, you would estimate 3 to 5 days.
Okay. Risk Kovac, we're in bear territory. It's not. It's been a couple days since it's passed this way, but keep an eye out while we travel.
Will do.
I mean, you know that the area that they can cover is pretty big.
Yeah.
So
We're also near water, though. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up.
What should I keep an eye out for?
Hedgehogs.
Rith chuckles.
Go back to what I'm doing. In my head, I'm thinking, hedgehogs?
How many hedgehogs has Rowan even seen?
It's a good question. I was gonna say in my head, I'm thinking, what's a hedgehog? But I feel like maybe I've seen one. I don't know.
Make an intelligence check if you'd like.
Oh yeah.
I've seen hedgehogs. You've never really heard of them being like violent or anything like that, so maybe they're different
Yeah,
here.
the little blue ones, they're kind of
Mm.
feisty.
Maybe they're different here. You're not sure. I mean, you've never been here before. You don't
That's-
know what their hedgehogs are like.
That's true. Maybe it's like a hog that runs around with a hedge on its back.
Yes.
Mutated hedgehog.
Rowan can craft all kinds of stories about whatever kind of hedgehog he wants. That is literally what he does. All right.
The faster we get out of here, the faster we get away from bears.
True.
You can bear with it a little longer.
Oh. It's a good one.
Rith has the jokes, man.
I look at
Yeah.
Rowan. It was a lack of sleep.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh no. It was slap happy.
Possibly a little bit at this point.
He does get happy when he gets to slap things around.
Ooh. Well, whenever you guys are ready.
Let's go.
All right. So you guys begin your trek north. Probably about a little more than an hour into it, you guys exit the forest, and there's a brief amount of plains before you can kind of see the ground's elevation start to change and sweep up. In the distance, you can see all kinds of high-rising hills, kind of craggy, sparse vegetation in some areas, but there are some trees still, but not nearly as much foliage or coverage as what you just exited. So some of the hills go up quite a bit, so you'll have to, as you're navigating close towards the river, you're at a much lower elevation, but you estimate that based on the map's drawings, probably take you about 4-ish hours to get approximately to where your destination should be, as far as like on the y-axis, we'll say.
Right.
And then you'll have to just the directions kind of had you coming at the location from the south, so you can make your decision on how quickly you want to, or how early you want to veer to the east before you get to where you think your destination is approximately. So you can make a survival check to kind of give you some assistance here based on the land markers that you have for the near the end of the journey.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Nice.
10.
10. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you've been traveling for a little while here. You're getting probably close to where you feel like you have to turn, but being down by the river, not with government cheese though, but being down by the river, it's a little bit harder to potentially see any of the landmarks that you're looking for. So you may have to go east a little bit and try to find either some high ground or get lucky in a way.
I'll seek a vantage point.
Okay. All right. So Kelnorn leads you guys a little bit east. You guys travel for, we'll say about half hour, 45 minutes or so. And kind of at a high vantage point, getting close to lunchtime at this point. So do you want to keep going or take your break for lunch?
Let's break for lunch. So while we're in like downtime, I can see if I can get a good look at where we're at.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So go ahead and give me a perception check, Kelnorn.
Awesome. 10.
Excellent. You're trying to you get up to a vantage point and you're about to take a look for some, take a gander out there for any landmarks that you might notice. But your concentration is broken by a real low, and you know the sound very, very well. This is definitely a male, like grizzly bear. It's probably 30 yards from you at this point, kind of looking at you. Go ahead and give me an insight insight check at advantage.
Oh, doke.
Because it's bears. Okay.
26.
Couldn't do that on the last two roll.
Bear is definitely not in its right mind. What it's behaving from what you know, I mean, and you know bears, it's behaving very, very erratically. There's an excessive amount of drool on around its jowls. You've noticed that some of its fur on its left flank is matted. With your passive perception, I'll say that you notice that looks like there is something that's sticking out from the fur in that area. But it has a very erratic behavior, behaving uncommonly hostile for encountering someone of your size, from what you know about their behavior patterns.
Right. I will show my hands and I'm one of the bear people. I can help you if you'd let me. That looks like it might be a wound.
Okay. Go ahead and either give me an animal handling or a persuasion check.
I'm going to go with persuasion because I have advantage on it.
Okay. All right, 19. It goes from being very aggressive, just to you see it start to kind of relax, and its shoulders kind of slump a little bit, and you see it just kind of roll onto its right side, and now it looks tired. Amongst probably other things, but it does, based on what you're understanding, it looks to be complying.
I will approach cautiously.
Okay. The rest of you guys can see this as well. So Obviously, because bears are loud, but you're kind of, I would say you're a little bit out of sight possibly to see where the bear is, but you could hear it. If I'll let you guys do with that what you want. So
Kovac is gonna stay, but
okay.
Yeah, I feel like
So we
if I approach, it's not gonna be good for him. So I'm gonna be ready from a distance.
Yeah, we'll see Kerr, right? And what
Yeah,
he's
you
doing.
see, you see Kelnorn, and you can
Yeah.
hear him talking to a certain extent. I mean, yeah, you hear him talking. He's not being quiet in any way, shape, or
Okay.
form. So
He doesn't look panicked, so I'm good.
Keep him in eyesight, like as
Okay.
he's moving.
all right. All right. So go ahead and you can go up to it and make either make a medicine check.
Okay. Yes.
6. Okay. You do notice, I mean, there is something around the back that is poking out from the fur. As you get a little bit closer, you can see it is like a wooden shaft, very very small, like an arrow shaft. That's in its flank. So around some of the other matted fur, I mean, as your first touches, because your medicine check was probably pretty poor, are a little bit rough. And so you end up scraping, like running your hand over a laceration that hasn't quite healed, or doesn't look like it's healed. And the bear just... So you can go ahead and make a persuasion check if you'd like, just to keep it calm, or animal handling, one of the two. Again.
Sorry. I'm sorry. 11.
11. Okay. The bear seems a little bit more agitated, but the situation is, it's tense right now. So you notice that you missed something, so you can go ahead and make a secondary medicine check if you'd like, just to get another full extent, since obviously your first check was poor.
Right. $23.
23. Okay. So this one you notice where the fur is a little bit matted. There is a laceration there that is showing some signs of infection. The wound is actually, I think it is infected, but it also shows signs of like potential poison. Like not a strong dosage that would be meant for an animal, probably.
Right.
More like a human dosage. So while not lethal in a way, it is affecting the bear still physically.
Right.
But yes, there is a broken arrow shaft in its left flank as well.
I will attempt to remove it and follow it by a heel.
Okay. So, go ahead and, since you're doing both, kind of, go ahead and just make a medicine check at advantage, since you're using a heal as well to close it up as you go.
Okay, nope. 15.
Okay. So you work it out. It is a broadhead arrow. It's not barbed, so thankfully it comes out a little bit easier. But as you wash a heel over it, the laceration does close, but you can see some areas of the skin where the blackened veins, where potentially there was poison, are still there.
Right.
The heel didn't get rid of that, but you're just doing like a level 1, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it starts to close it up.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. big laceration kind of knits together a little bit. It's
I have maybe a way to help you feel a little less disoriented. If you're willing to wait just a little bit longer.
it's breathing a little bit easier with the wound. It seems like you've dealt with some of the pain that it has, but its breathing is a little bit more steady and just stays laying there.
I will be right back. And then I'll go get my herbalism kit and I'll come
Okay.
back.
Okay.
And I will use it, what I've got left, to make not like a full-on like antitoxin potion, but something that'll help
Okay.
ease it.
Go ahead and give me an herbalism check then. Nice. All
24.
right. So you make a nice salve that you can kind of rub into the small opening that's still there, and the bear just kind of just reacts poorly when you're touching it at first, but then starts to calm down. You see a little bit of improvement. I mean, you know, it's going to take time, of course, but yeah, seems to be taking effect. It's breathing a little bit easier.
I hope that helped.
Kind of rustles back up to its feet and walks over and just kind of nudges your leg a little bit with its head.
I was I'm a bit lost, and maybe you could point me in the right direction, and I'll give it like a general idea of what I'm looking for.
Okay. All right. What did you originally roll for the insight? Was that, 26. Okay. So, when you kind of reference what you're looking for, there is kind of like a shift in the bear's demeanor, and like it's very grateful to you. You can tell that it's feeling much better. But as soon as you mentioned where you're looking for, it kind of gives a low, almost growl, and kind of turns in that direction. So your beast speak one. Is that something you have to use, or is it always like an active thing?
It's innate. It's always
Right.
active.
So you can understand kind of the general
Yeah.
gist. Yeah, there's definitely like a hint of anger at it. What did you do with the arrow shaft?
I probably just toss it to the side.
Okay. As you mention it, it kind of looks off in a direction, then looks back towards the arrow shaft, and then back in the other direction, just issues a growl.
That way, I can guarantee you when we get there, they're not going to enjoy our company. There'll be maybe someone dying. God, I hope not.
Kind of rustles. It kind of it calms down a little bit, but yeah, you kind of get it. It's pointing you in a somewhat northeast direction.
Thank you. I think we have some some rabbit left over. I'll get you some, and we'll be on our way.
Its ears kind of perk up and move a little bit. Just kind of follows you over.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. I
Hey,
mean,
everybody.
seems hungry.
I found a bear. Oh, I get some
That what that was?
leftovers.
Yeah.
And I'll just kind of sit off to the side and be like, it's that way, and I'll just kind of point in the direction. It says it's that way. We should probably get moving.
Is he going with us?
I don't know. Um, do you plan to come with us?
Did you drop the food for it?
Yes.
Okay. So it's tearing and looks up and you get the idea. Yeah, it'll take you most of the way. It'll lead you if you want it to.
I don't want to see you get hurt again or further. So if you want to lead us, stop when we're close, but enough that we won't get their attention.
Kind of nods a little bit, understanding the best that it can of what close might mean. So
I'm going to go calm the horses.
all right. Go ahead and go give a persuasion check for the horses.
Oh, right, the wrong one. I mean, it's right roll, but not
Just
enough.
not advantage. Yeah. 10.
Hey, 10.
Okay. Takes a little bit of time. You have to coax them a little bit, but they chill out, and the bear kind of it fairly well understands what it's done too, so it just kind of takes its food and goes off to the side a little bit. So yeah, you can calm them down. Takes you a little bit, but
Cool.
Give me an intelligence check too.
9.
Okay. I'd say with your passive, you pulled the arrowhead out. There was something about the arrowhead on the broadhead that looked like there was something there. You didn't take enough time to really pay attention to it as you tossed it aside, but there was something either on it, engraved in it, or something. It just kind of caught your attention as you pulled it out, but then you flicked it to the side quick enough, but so you didn't get a clear view of what might have been there. But
I guess I should go find it.
yeah, I mean, easy enough, and you know where you got the bear, so pick up the arrowhead and wipe it off a little bit. There are markings at the base of the broadhead. Looks like something has been engraved into it, kind of.
Do I recognize it?
No, it doesn't really look like anything, but it looks like a capital T with like a point at the bottom.
Okay. I'll bring it back. Kind of like, this mean anything to anybody besides it's an arrowhead? And I'll kind of look at Lilith.
Where'd you get it?
Out of the bear.
Oh.
And I get the impression he got it from where we're going.
Would I know what it is?
Well, I mean, what are you showing them with it? I mean, you're just waving the arrowhead.
No, I wouldn't. Well,
Okay.
coming in, but I would show them.
Okay. I mean, I was just curious.
What is this?
So, yeah, he shows you it. There's a marking on the arrowhead. Looks like it's a T with a pointed bottom. Go ahead and give me a history check.
This should be good.
Who's taking a look at it?
I'll take a look.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Arrowhead.
Yeah, and no one notices or recognizes the symbol necessarily. Go ahead and Rowan. All right, so Rith, you know that sometimes, I mean, smiths will sometimes put their own markings on stuff as just kind of, hey, I made this, so if anyone comes by or sees it, that people know that it's their craftsmanship. Fletchers will do the same thing, but I mean, a lot of times they get their arrowheads from smiths anyhow. It doesn't really resemble any kind of smith symbol that you've ever seen, but you would have a general idea that if you took it to a smith, and probably depending on wherever it was made, they could probably tell you what it meant. Rowan, you don't recognize the symbol. You don't know precisely what it means, but the conversation that you overheard the other night, and then your conversation with Mr. Stone, you're kind of putting it to
Yeah, does the bottom kind of look like a blade?
It does look like an edge of a blade, yeah.
It could stand for the tarnished blade.
That's your general reasoning on it, probably. I mean, you don't have any proof.
Right. Yeah, but Stone did say that she hired them for something.
So they might be there.
Yep.
Okay.
Rowan, you do remember hearing that the people that you heard over talking said that they had potentially left town a couple days ago. So maybe that was on their way back. Maybe they left. Not really sure, but
Could be. Could have been just traveling through.
Yeah. Valid point.
Well, let's just keep an eye out.
Yeah. And to that effect, I'm going to cast at 4th level on Kovac, Lilith, and Rowan.
okay. So that lasts
Should be
8 hours.
Yeah. I think it's at that level, it's 15 hit points. Increase to your max.
Yeah, every spot above. Yeah. So an increase in your current and maximum HP of 15.
Sweet. And that's on top of the bear totem, right?
Yeah, you still have your temporary hit points. These are not temporary. They are an increase in your maximum, so.
some reason, sometimes it doesn't like to change. Like I just had to do it twice.
Yeah.
It knows better. It's like you're going the wrong way.
Too much of a boost for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You should only have 15 hit points.
All right. So you guys break for your lunch, help the bear, and continue on
Sounds like a euphemism, helping the bear.
helping the bear.
I don't know why that was still on there. Weird.
Hmm.
Still had vampiric touch on.
Oh, probably
Goodness.
because you haven't taken a long rest. So it wouldn't have ended yet. Because your concentration hasn't ended on it. So.
Let's go.
All right.
I go.
So, using the bear as a guide.
It's not something
are
you hear
following the
every day.
Yep.
We are following the bear.
Following the bear. Not a spider. Because the spider will get you killed.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
So, you guys follow the bear. Takes you about 30 minutes or so to traverse the rest of the distance. And when you get somewhat close, you do start to notice a couple of familiar marks that the map had given you there, Kelnorn. So, I mean, you have a feeling from here you could probably find it the rest of your way.
Okay.
The bear is still with you, so.
Thanks for showing us the way. Well, take it from here.
Can I pet him?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Kind of and leans over and like licks the back of your hand with its very rough tongue. But I mean, you're fine because you've got fur and everything on you too, to a certain extent. But yeah, it kind of turns around and boom, 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 plods off.
I'll wave. Okie dokie. Let's have fun storming the castle.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and just give me a survival check to follow the rest of the way. Following your trail markers. 17.
24.
Yeah, no problem. So you follow the rest of the trail the way there, and you get to the point where the notes indicated that the place you're looking for is it's inside of an odd, isolated valley with high cliff walls surrounding it. So you won't be able to. It indicates you won't be able to see it from the ground. That you would need to scale these walls in order to see it. But when you get there and you notice what you're looking at, these walls are fairly sheer. They're about 50 feet up, but I mean there are handholds and whatnot, so it does look like you could potentially climb if you wanted to.
Does it that look like it's the only potential route to get where we're going, or is there maybe something more
Give me
obscure?
give me a perception check.
27.
Yeah. Would seem odd that the only way in and out, especially if there are other people there, would be scaling 50-foot walls. No, there's got to be a separate way in. You're like, there's got to be. Oh, there it is. And there is, to the traditional eye, a fairly well concealed path, using some of the natural foliage and everything. But as soon as you're looking around, you're like, that doesn't look right because that wouldn't grow there. That's not where that plant's natural habitat is. It's just all this druidic knowledge just spouting out of your head, like when someone tells you in a internet, chat room or whatnot, a message board, like this is how it is, and you're like, actually, let me educate you.
Right.
And, so yeah, you walk over there, and there is a path, along the southeast portion of these cliffs that rise up this hill, that is wide enough for about horse and a half, maybe a little more, maybe 2 horses. And when you get over there, you can see that there are tracks.
Well, that's probably going where we need to go. Do we want to take the horses or find some place to keep them safe so we can sneak in?
Yes.
I would say the longer we can avoid detection, the better.
Okay. I will look for a place to hide the horses.
Okay, so you're trying to conceal them from anything that might come by?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check then. Just see what you can perceive around you. $16. Okay. It's just a bit of like almost like a Badlands type area. It's like steps and whatnot. So it's not a whole lot of areas that you think that are great hiding places necessarily. When you were taking a look at this path and whatnot, there is what looks to be almost like an alcove about 20 feet in on the left. That might work. It's a little bit. I mean, it's a little bit off the path, but you'd have to take the horses in a little bit. But the path that you see doesn't go like straight in. Like you can't see all the way through. It looks like it twists a little
Right.
bit. So
Okay. I'll point it out and be like, I guess we're on foot from here.
Oogie?
all right. So you guys dismount your horses, kind of secure them in this little alcove area. Then.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys managed to twist your way through. Go ahead and give me a stealth check for anyone who's trying to go quietly.
Before we go in, Rit's gonna put his thing on for his chest.
Oh, for the orb?
Yeah.
For the drift globe? Okay.
and stealth. I'm good at that.
Awesome.
Good.
Fantastic.
Get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
Add that to my 29 and split it.
So, Rowan and Lilith, you guys are doing great. Rith kind of goes in ahead of, like, see him kind of fiddling with the straps that he got for the Driftglobe thing, and he literally just walks right into the side of the wall because he's just not paying attention, and doesn't realize that it turns. Couple of stones come crashing down and onto the path in front of you. Kovash, Kelnorn, I mean, you guys... Kelnorn, you're just... I don't know why you're distracted necessarily, aside from just the fact that you're potentially going up against some kind of potential lich, wizard, necromancer thing.
Right.
Kick a rock as you're passing by. And then as you putting your foot down, and then you go to put your foot down, and it's on a pointed rock a little bit.
Quit stepping on the Legos.
Basically, middle of the night. Kovacs, you're not really noisy. You're just walking. So after Rith walks into the side of the wall, you're just kind of like, why bother? Like, what's the point? So several of you feel quiet. The other two that you watch, you're like, yeah, no, this is gonna go great. It's gonna go great.
I got y'all. Don't worry.
Yep.
Off to a good start.
Doing good.
So you guys pass through this ravine, going through these cliffs here, and it's about 50, 60 feet or so that you're going, like, in total distance. It kind of winds back and forth a little bit, but by the time all is said and done, it's probably only about 60 feet through. And you come out the other side, and in front of you is a fairly large stone building with wings that kind of jut off to the side. The entrance is in front of you. It's a double door. The stone looks... I mean, Rith, you notice that stone looks fairly well made. Old, but still in excellent condition. This valley here that it's in, this canyon that it's in, is actually very, very wide. You guys didn't get a chance to walk around the entire exterior, but the interior part that you can see here is probably easily 150 feet wide, and goes back probably another 200-300 feet possibly, and this just kind of rests down in it. It's about... building probably looks maybe 20 feet tall at its highest peak, and it arcs off to the side. You can see a couple of wings that are off on both sides, but it looks like it is a pretty segmented building. No windows that you can see.
Now what?
I don't know that there's a good way to go about this.
Do we want to search for a back door?
Could.
I will. How about I turn into a rabbit so I'm not so conspicuous and I can give it a circle.
Just don't get shot.
Well, it'll definitely become me again. So come on. Having some difficulty.
Oh, okay.
Every time I try to click on it, I get a big old pop up, and I can't do it.
Okay. For the
Wild shape.
oh, weird. Oh, that looks like it worked.
I had to go into my sheet.
Ah,
Well, I
All
don't
right.
think I have a bunny rabbit, but
well, I mean, you've seen one, so that's fine. Um, what's your? I think a rabbit's speed is technically like 20.
really,
I think that's what they have it listed at in like the DMG or the Monster Manual. But let me look.
I may have chosen poorly.
I could run around. I can cover about 6 times that. And I'm not much bigger.
I'm sorry about my choice of animal.
I know that's fine. Yeah, we'll say 40. We'll give it the speed of a cat. I think that'd be about similar.
You know, should I just open up the cat sheet?
You can if you. Yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. So are you, as you're scampering about here, what's your attempt here? What are you trying to do?
I am searching for any type of I guess entryway, like
Okay.
coal chute, back door,
Okay.
rain,
Anywhere
anywhere.
else but the front door.
Yep.
Right. Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me So to get around the structure, I mean, from where you're at to the very left side, about 150 feet, in a straightish line, and then around the other way is going to be similar-ish. Yeah, we're just gonna say it's probably going to be about 700 feet or so for you to circumnavigate this entire area.
Okay.
So about 2 minutes or so, if you're taking a look at stuff. So go ahead and give me 4 perception checks. Nice.
Yep. Doing good.
All right,
It's a good start.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, as you're circling around, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go to the left or to the right?
I will go around it counterclockwise to the right.
Okay. So, first one you go through, there does appear to be a off to the side. You can see there are Yeah. So as you're getting around the back right, you see some bars that are high up, near the top that you would assume are probably very reminiscent of like prison cell bars potentially. They're crisscrossed in a lattice, so you do see that up there on the kind of on the back right side. As you get around the actual back, nothing that you notice there. This is probably about the widest single room that you see that's in the very back.
Okay.
And then as you go around the left side, you do see what look to be probably a couple of potential chimney stacks that are there. No smoke coming out of them at this point, but there are a few that are up top. And also, as you're passing by, there are a few spots where, looks like I said, there are wings, so it looks like what you can gauge from looking around is there's kind of like a central hallway in the middle that connects these 4 or 5 wings that are in the area. So there are some spots in between, but when you're looking down into the negative space in between the
Right.
wings, you don't see anything there, just stone walls. But,
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, those are what you see.
Gotcha. I shall return.
All right. So about 2
Um,
minutes later, the cat comes back.
there might be some sort of holding cell on this side. I don't think anyone bigger than the cat me could get through. And there's chimney stacks on this side with no smoke, so they might not be in use. That seems to be our best bets.
Are they big enough for all of us to fit down, though?
The chimneys? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do they look like they'd be big enough for Santa Claus or just for Lilith?
2 of them. See, that was on your last one. You saw them up there. 2 of them look pretty small. The other one, not 100% sure on. You didn't get a good enough look at it.
You might be able to get in one. I don't think we can.
So, player me has a question here because I was thinking, and did we just like walk up and just see like a front door and that's it?
Aside from just like the different wings that come off to the side, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was
There
I
is
was
a door.
thinking in my head when you were giving the description, so I couldn't.
The door's
think
about
2
20
things.
feet in front of you or so from the end of the
I mean-
tunnel that you came out of.
I have an idea.
Okay.
It's like it may not be the best, but I have an idea. What if we?
Okay.
Nothing.
What if we just like knock on the front door and we're like, "Hey, we heard that you were hiring people for a mission, and we're here to accept." If the offer's still available.
Actually had thought about that a little while ago. So that I kind of like it. Might be a better idea than just rushing in. It gives us a chance at least.
Who'd we hear it from?
Reginald from the Tarnished Blades was talking really loud the other night. And I wink.
At the tavern. At the tavern.
Reginald or Rudiger or Ronnie or I don't remember his name.
Roger.
He's got a scar. Right? Most people probably have scars somewhere, right?
Hmm.
Generally speaking, yeah, sure.
Was carrying a sword.
Aaron.
Yeah,
Oh
that's what I
God!
heard too.
Oh no!
he was,
Oh no!
he was carrying a sword.
I don't know. It's just an idea. Just we don't have to. I think quiet approach may not be our strongest suit.
It may not work in this in this case. So
I mean, has it ever worked?
Mm,
I'm game to try.
Sure. Probably want a group of tough ruffians, so, and I don't really work that way. So, give me a moment. And I'll use disguise self, and I'll turn myself into the biggest, meanest, ugliest looking orc I've ever seen.
All right, I like it. I like it.
um, what's our group called?
The Inlanders.
Bashers. That sounds mean.
The open hand. Man, we're terrible at this naming thing, aren't we? If they question us, we're kind of new. Because if it's like, hey, never heard of you guys before.
Well, like our new logo, Team Lilith.
Yeah.
I'm
Who's gonna do the talking?
I mean, I can. It's my idea. If I fail, then it's my fault.
Well, it's whoever is the best liar here also might be a good candidate.
I've
No,
told
that's
a-
not me.
I've
gotcha.
told.
And I'll just kind of work my way to the back of the group.
I mean, I've told a lie or two in my day.
Yeah, I would say Rowan's probably the best candidate to be our spokesman.
What? Rith, if you're talking to us, you're muted.
Yep.
Sorry, I can lie.
Okay, so Rowan is our best chance. Rith, you just look tough. You can do that. Yep, let's do it.
Everybody's down.
No point waiting around.
I mean, I guess if it starts a fight at the beginning, then that's better than starting a fight at the end. I don't know. I'm just saying things now. I'm going to approach the door.
All right.
And I'm going to look confident.
Okay. So, how is everybody else stacked up behind Rowan here?
I am at the back.
Okay.
I'll be right in front of the tough-looking orc.
All right. Rith and Kovac,
I-
where do you guys want to be at?
I'll go behind Rowan.
Okay.
I mean, it's open, right? So we don't have to be in a line.
Yeah. You guys got some
I'd be off
space.
to his right a little bit then.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have open area, so there's about 25 feet between the front door and the end of the cavern or the canyon that you were walking through. So
All right, I'll be like 10 feet away from him,
Okay.
off to the right,
off to his
so I
right.
can. Yeah. Well, looking at the door, like, does it swing in this way to the right? Does it swing into the left? Does it look like it
With
pulls out?
with your knowledge, it opens towards you.
I will position myself so I'm in the way where it opens, so I can see in as it opens.
Okay, so you're gonna be kind of back to his right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the way it comes out.
Yep. Okay. All right. So, all right, cool. So you're gonna go up and knock on the door.
Yep.
All right. There is indeed like a heavy iron knocker that is there. So, how many times you rap the knocker?
3. Goong.
3?
Goong. Goong.
And it does reverberate. Like you can hear it kind of. It hits the walls off to the side and kind of comes back towards you. See here. Okay. So Rowan, as you're standing there in front of the door, ooh, you get a cold chill that runs up from your dagger. That's definitely undead. It's walking towards you.
To be expected.
So,
Can't catch a break.
Yeah. I mean, we knew we were going to run into it at some point here.
all right. So, one second here. All right, so the door opens up in front of you, and what you see is, well, one, I need a wisdom save from you.
Guys, it's fine.
It is not fine. All right, I like this.
It's not fine, guys.
Not fine. And this, I mean, this was slow moving. By the way, your dagger isn't just picking up one; it's picking up.
Well, I was going to say I probably wouldn't feel it because it would be summoned away.
No, I mean you still feel it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
part of you.
Oh,
it's-
okay. Gotcha.
That's the point of it. Is that it gives you the sense.
Gotcha.
So this um 11.
Mm-hmm.
11 individual signatures that
Mhm.
hit you. What's the 6? Is that attack or fleet?
Maybe.
Which one we got here?
Dagger's gonna get used.
Okay. So it opens the door, and what you see in front of you is a desiccated husk of some kind of humanoid. White hair that's lost all of its pigmentation. The nose is kind of rotted away. Red pupils where the eyes would be, and wearing old leathers. A sword hangs at its side, and as the door opens, you can see a plethora of zombies and a few skeletons that are sitting in this opening here. I will go ahead and activate that there. So not everyone will probably be able to see right away, but
Game is paused. If
I don't know if that'll
Mm.
matter too much.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say I'm not even loading, but then it just jumped in, and it's
Yeah,
like,
that's what it did to mine.
Right there, Rith is off to the side. Well, I mean, Kerr, you'll be behind. And for right now, Kovac, I'm gonna put you right next to him, but you're about 5 feet behind him too. So,
okay.
I've not loaded yet, so I don't see anything.
that's fine. Okay, it'll probably take a moment. This is a robust map. So,
so you didn't load for me until you unpaused it. So
okay. I noticed. I think Kovac was the first one to load in. So
Yeah, I say it worked for me. Good to go.
it's just I used the Dungeon Alchemist app for this one, so
Oh.
I have options to add a few like effects and stuff that make it look a little cooler.
Cool.
I'm in.
So it probably takes a little bit more time for all the assets and everything to load than the standard dungeon draft ones. So, Rowan, that's what you see. And as it goes to talk, and its eyes just kind of narrow as it doesn't, there's no comprehension of who you are, your dagger comes out.
well, I start off like I'm good doing it right, so I'm like, yeah, we're just here, and I walk up and stab it.
Okay. So you just bamf your dagger into your hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're not really hiding, but yeah, I mean, it's unexpected. I will give you a surprise attack on it. So there is no drawing of the weapon necessarily. You may have to. I may
Select
have
the
to add
target.
everybody.
Yeah. No, I got
Okay.
it.
May have to add everybody into a combat. So if everyone wants to roll.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, first round, it's just going to be Rowan because he went completely off the script of what you guys were expecting. Rowan has surprised everyone. So, but all right. Did you roll? I can't. Did you roll your attack yet?
No, not yet. Just
Okay.
normal or advantage?
He's surprised. I don't. Give me a dexterity check.
Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Da, 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 da. Oh wait, that was technically
So 19.
yeah.
A 19. Okay. Let's see here.
I mean, I guess it could have been sleight of hand.
Well, yeah, because you're in a rage at this point, so I'm not saying you're not being sneaky about it at all.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just straight up attacking him in the face. Okay. He reacts just slightly quicker. So it's just regular attack.
Gonna kill the butler.
A 14 hits,
Oh. Okay.
and it is undead. So, you know.
Do I have it here? Oh, that's just the D6. Got it.
I think the other formula is your undead damage, right? Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's
So-
just the dagger and then the D6.
The undead.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the 3.
Okay. Okay. Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did so much damage already.
Great.
Yeah, I killed him, guys.
I like that dagger.
Okay.
I want one.
Oh, dang it. I need to add that guy in too. Okay. Oh, nice. All right. I will worry about that later. I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. All right. So, combat starts. Rowan, you get your, he opens up the door. You guys see this guy and all the undead behind him, just kind of hanging out there. And Rowan goes, "Hey, yeah, we're," and just stabs him right in the gut. Do you say anything as you do it in your blinded rage or this thing?
I'm just like under my breath, like since I'm close to him, I'm just like, die.
All right. So yeah, combat starts here. The
Do I get
So-
my bonus action here too?
yeah.
I pull the other blade
Okay.
and hit with it.
Okay, go for it.
I
7
do
will
not
miss.
hit with it.
Yeah. So, all right. First up, there is a skeleton here. Kovac, you said you were behind Rowan a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, Rowan, you're the first one that it sees, so it's going to go ahead and attack you. Very little chance of it hitting, but so yeah, that's a 7 to hit.
Does not hit.
I didn't think so. Okay.
It was close.
Yep. I bet. So it will kind of move back into the corner there. Next up is the guy you stabbed. So gonna go ahead and just kind of reach out to touch you.
I didn't give consent.
I know you didn't. Fortunately, he didn't ask. Oh, that's a 9.
That's also close.
I bet. Let's see. And then with its other hand, it will. It pulls out a long sword and swipes at you with that. Natural 1. Starting off good.
Oh, got me.
Pales the door.
I feel like every time that they do that, he does say that. Oh, you're so close.
Yeah.
Like, I could see that happening.
Uh-huh.
It's like the
Nice.
insurance commercial where it's like, oh, you're gonna have to be quicker than that, or whatever that commercial is.
Holding the dollar out.
Yeah, that's
holding the
me
dollar
right
out
now.
or something. Yep. So yeah, it tries to swipe at you with the hand, and you dodge out of the way. It goes to swing with its blade and hits the door jamb above it, and it reverberates back. And that is its go. It will actually. No, it's gonna step off to the side there. Rowan, it is your go.
All right. I am going to.
Rith, you are on deck.
Nope, not doing that one. Doing that. I am going to Misty Step
Okay.
to here.
All right.
Gotta let my friends get a chance to get in here, you know?
Yep. Yep.
And then I will attack the one that's right here in front of me.
Okay, go for it. Dang it. Yeah, 27 will hit.
Hmm.
You're okay on that one.
There's that.
Okay.
And they're all undead, right?
Yes, they are.
And then there's that.
All right. So, anything with your bonus?
The Misty stuff was my bonus.
Oh, that's right. Bonus was a misty step. Okay. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
All right. Rith, you are up.
I will 5, 10. 15. I'll rage.
Okay.
20. And I'm gonna swing to the one next to me.
The zombie. Okay.
Yeah, we'll start there.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Eight's right for him.
Okay. I will go ahead and reckless and do my superior
The greater weapon
or
master.
greater weapon.
Okay. Go for it. 12 will hit. Yes.
So I need to reroll the 2s. So I just reroll the whole thing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Anything extra for the first attack or anything?
No, I'll just leave it at that for the first attack.
Okay, 1 second here.
I liked it better when they were all almost dead. Can we go
Right?
back?
Okay. So the hammer smashes into it, and just blows basically right through the spine. Cracks it right in half. So. See, there it goes. Oh, no, do that. There we go.
All right. I will go ahead and hit the one next to it, I guess.
Okay. For your second attack.
For my second attack. Same thing. Why not?
Mm-hmm. A 13 will hit, yes. So, Kovetch, you'll have to add like 5 or like 10 feet to your movement for whatever you're gonna do, just because you were a little bit back from Rowan.
Okay.
I need to redo the 1.
I mean, you don't have to.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna add my divine into this one since I don't get another hit.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to then.
Okay. And then with it dead, I will move here.
Okay.
Actually, no. Move here. One more. Ah, I want to move one more. Can I not move one more? Is there a pillar there?
There is.
Okay. Then I will move there.
Okay. Yeah, there's a pillar right there to your right. So.
That's it for me.
All right. Which one is it? That one there? Okay. So this one will pop over into the doorway. Or wait. Nope, that was the right spot. Why? It was actually right there. So,
Oops.
that guy will go ahead and take a swing at you with a rusty-looking short sword.
Oh, you got your tetanus shot.
That's right. That's a 6. This is rolling really, really well tonight so far. So apparently, just whatever aura is coming off of you of absolute hate towards these things is really spooking the hell out of them, Rowan.
I would like to rage.
I think that's exactly what you did at the beginning.
Oh.
So this one here will also take a swing at you, Rith. $22 to hit. So that is there's your 4 points of damage, reduced to 2. And we will move on to Kovac.
All right. And you said I had like 10 feet to...
10 feet of movement to add to
Okay.
whatever you're going to do. Just to get up to the door there.
Oh, I shouldn't have to... Oh, I'm on the ruler. That's right. Go back. Okay. Well, that's all I'm going to do for... Yeah, it's plenty. And we are going to go... Slide. Okay, that's fine. I gotta re-measure now because there's a post there. 10.
I mean, if you're trying to see that back corner from
Yeah.
where you came in at the door, I mean, you can see it. The posts are there.
Okay.
But
The post, so I can go there. Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
That works.
They're not like 5-foot pillars or anything like that, but you can
Gotcha.
kind of see around, so it's fine.
Okay.
All right.
And we'll just hit this guy then.
All right. Swing at the skeleton. Yeah, 17 will hit.
All right. And I'll add a little Eldritch into that in a second. Just... Okay.
Okay. It crumbles into bony parts as you hit it, and the magic just kind of pulses off of the sword, and it crumbles onto the ground. Bam.
Feeling better, Owen?
That's the response you get.
I like it. I like it.
Fair. That's fair.
I'm like Wolverine right now.
Better.
Nothing wrong with that.
Except I don't
Alright,
have a cigar and I don't call everyone bub.
Did you say blob?
All right. Anything else for you? Is that it? You said right.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Let's see. Zombie's turn. It's gonna turn towards Rowan. That's a 7. All right. So
Just he swings and I just like
yeah, it's the laziest. These are definitely like the original Night of the Living Dead type zombies, where they're just like, just. The next one's gonna swing at you too. I don't know if it'll do any good, but we'll see. 17.
that hits.
Okay, finally got one. So 7 points of bludgeoning damage. All of the swings are coming in from different directions, and this one just manages to come in right behind you.
I'm gonna give him a hellish rebuke.
All right.
2nd level.
Okay. Well, I think with the -2 that it has to a dex saving throw, I don't know if it's got a really good shot at making it, but a 10 fails.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
yeah, it's a 16.
Yeah. So let's see here.
-7.
Nope. All right. So it takes 15 points. You said right there. So what you have?
Yeah.
All right. It bursts into flames and crumples to the ground. Now you have the smell of burned, rotting flesh. Which, as you guys opened the door, you kind of had that stench of decay and rot anyhow, and now you have fire mixed into it. So, pretty great. All right. Lilith.
All right. Well,
You'll have about 5 extra feet of movement you'll need to add to yours, too.
yeah, I'm just gonna
Fine.
move right there anyway,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shoot the other guy right there by Rowan.
Sure. All right.
Maybe.
The zombie? Yeah, 11 will hit.
Right. And then oops. Son of a gun. Sneak attack with that.
Okay.
Oh. It's
It
weird.
is still up, but looking rather hurt. I mean, the arrow that you shot just kind of lodged itself in one of its eyes and kind of poking out of the back of the skull now. So,
I'll move right there, and for my Bonus action, I will hide.
Okay. $19. Okay. Kelnorn.
I will cast Shillelagh,
Okay.
and I'll step in. All right, and then I will cast Slow.
Oh, okay.
And I'll definitely want to get the
The white.
guy to my right, the white, and the skeletons.
Okay.
Three. I think I saw 3 of them.
There's one behind Rowan. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get the white, all the skeletons, and
Okay.
that last, like that zombie right in front of Rith.
Okay. Okay. How many can you hit?
6.
So you want all the skeletons, you said?
As far as I can see, there are 4. Like there's the 2, and there's one over to my left, and then there's the one behind Rowan.
So there are 3 skeletons left. One right here, one here, and then one here. And then you have 3 zombies that are kind of filling out the middle. And then you got the guy that's standing by the door.
So then the 3 skeletons and 2 of the zombies.
Okay.
And the wisdom save is 15.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, one of the zombies rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
So go figure on that one. Everyone else, all the other ones seem to start moving a bit slower. Like they just reacting not quite as quickly. So it looks like you did get the other 5 though. So this guy is the one that did not get affected. It looks like. So. All right. Anything else for you?
nope. That's all I can do.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this one here will no. I don't want to select everybody. I just want this guy. $19 to hit Rowan.
Hits.
Six points of bludgeoning.
No, I don't want that.
All right, 6 points of piercing.
No, I don't want that either.
6 points of slashing.
All right, I'll take that.
Okay. All right. Next zombie that is right by Rith. Go ahead and attack him. $15 misses, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, you got a 16 right now? Okay.
17.
17? Okay. Oh, that's okay. All right. So that's his go. That guy's dead. We are back to the top. All right. So it will shoot its bow at Kelnorin. Natural one. Excellent.
Nice.
So it goes flying right out the door. Never to be seen again. Because it is slowed. Kind of like the sloth from Zootopia when it's pulling it back.
I forgot we had
Or-
temporary HP, so I'm actually not as low as. I had to add 11 back because I can't. It's not letting me right click to do the. Oh, there it is. Last time it didn't let me right click to do damage, so I was just subtracting it on my character sheet.
Okay.
And then I was like,
Haven't you just taken
Oh,
2 more than 11? Taken 13
apparently,
points, right?
apparently 1 because I'm at 67.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, it is the white's turn. All right, it is.
Wait, no, I
going
did take.
to-
I did take 13.
I thought
7
it was
and
7 and
6.
6.
It was.
Yeah.
I miscounted somewhere, I guess. Taking it off.
It's gonna go ahead and attack Kelnorin. Ooh, natural 20.
Oof.
Yeah.
I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please. Well, I guess I'll need 2. One for the. Okay, so for the spell, for the effect, you are fine. Your hit points aren't reduced. But then I need one for slowest concentration, right?
Yep.
Yep. So. Okay, you're fine on that too.
Cool.
Fairly certain anyhow. I mean, you should be. Yeah, 15 points of damage is what you take. Feel that there for you. And it's necrotic.
Okay, doke.
As it reaches out and as its hand touches you, you just kind of feel a shock as some of your life force is ebbed away a little bit, and then it will
Bad
swing
touches.
with its bad touch. Swing with its sword. 16 to hit.
Yeah, that's my AC.
Okay. So 11 points of damage there, and then another Constitution save for the concentration. You're fine. Actually, sorry. It can only make 1 attack, right? With slow?
Yes.
So take that 1 back. So sorry. Take the 11 back.
I get back.
My mistake. Slow isn't used a whole lot. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you've ever used it before.
This is
So,
first time.
yeah, gotta remember. All right, so Rowan, you're up.
I will.
You got 3 people around you.
Yeah, I'm going to dagger the one that came in behind me.
Uh huh. I mean, with slow, yeah, that hits pretty easily. Nice. Okay, so it will drop.
So basically, I just did like this whirly bird attack, and then with the offhand, the blade of frost, I'm gonna hit the guy. This one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's slowed, so, I mean, unless you roll a 1. Nice. All right, so he needs con save. Nope. So. Got it. Got it.
Then I'll just finish my whirly attack thing and just like stare at the one that's standing next to me.
Yeah. Just kind of
looking into his sunken eyes.
Yeah, there are no eyes there. You're just kind of staring at empty cavities. Little like thin blue lights on the inside, but nothing else.
All this training with Kovac is coming in to use right now.
I'm gonna clutch. Riff.
All right, I'll hit the wraith, I guess, or the door
white.
guy, the white.
Okay.
Same thing as always.
All right. Yeah, the 17 will hit.
All right, I will add in my hammer to this roll. I will re-roll that damage.
Okay.
And then it's, if I remember right. Yeah, there's one. So this will be radiant.
Okay. Four. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I will swing again.
Yep. Go for it. It's looking very, very hurt at this point. Like you heard one of its arms snap as you hit it. A 9 will miss.
All right. Is it?
All right. See. Skeleton there. Attack on Rith. 20 to hit.
Yep.
I think that guy's the only one that's actually been hitting you. Nice. 3. So reduced down to 1, I think.
Yep.
Probably haven't even gone into your 10 hit points, huh?
I'm still in the temp hit points.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
were
that's what I
given
thought.
to me at the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. And it is slowed, so it can't do anything else. Kovac.
Attack that guy there.
All right. Yep. 22 will definitely hit.
Perfect.
Doesn't seem
Alright.
right. It's not adding your proficiency bonus in. It's all right. I mean,
Oh.
it still hits. You're fine. But it hit.
I'll double check that. That is weird. Good catch.
Because on the thing it says he's not proficient.
Oh, that's true. So you'll have to change that. But that's
Huh. All right.
okay. It will drop.
I'll drop.
Yep.
Okay.
On there, I think, yeah. Just kind of crumbles into a pile of bones in the spot there.
Perfect.
Dip in.
Last attack.
Why is it doing that?
Yeah, that is weird. Oh, wait. That.
Says not
No.
proficient, but you must. I don't know if you added it in or not. That's weird.
I didn't touch anything.
Okay, excellent. Cool. Cool.
Nice.
That's
For the
weird.
course.
Yeah.
Thanks, Foundry. Yeah, 15 will hit.
I
Okay.
blame Lilith.
Finish off with the last Eldritch.
Still being
Maybe.
outside. I do blame her too.
Ooh, nice. Okay, it's still standing, just barely, but it is
Okay.
still there.
I'm still standing. Oh, sorry.
Anything else for you?
No,
Okay,
that'll do it.
that
Let's
was
see if I can go back and figure out that
on
equation.
Lilith.
All right. So I'm gonna move inside here.
Okay.
And see that everything
I
has
will-
died.
Be like, yeah, we're winning, guys. I'll shoot the guy up next to Rowan. It looks like up there.
Okay. $14 will hit. Okay. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh. All right. Anything else for you?
That's it.
All right. Gone. Kelnorin.
Yeah. I'm going to hit the guy with my shillelagh.
Okay.
Yeah.
23.
Okay. Yeah, 23 will hit. And this makes your shillelagh magic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. He will collapse to the ground.
Oh.
As the red light in his eyes fades to nothing.
Move to right there. And
Okay.
that'll do it.
I assume you'll move around the pillar on the left side away from the zombie to.
Oh, there's a pillar there? I
Yeah.
cannot see it.
That's all right. Yeah, you're probably.
I guess I can stand on the zombie.
True.
I'll stop there then.
It is gone. Well, no, that's fine. I mean, like I said, you have the movement. It's just depending on which way you move is depending on whether or not. Well, no, that guy's slowed. Never mind. He can't take attacks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that template out since we don't need it anymore. All right. After Kelnorn is Mr. Zambi. Gonna swing at you again, Rowan. He likes you.
I like him.
21 to hit.
That hits.
And 3.
And I'll give him a hellish rebuke.
All right. He. Nope. Okay. Yeah. All right. So he smacks you on the shoulder as you're facing towards the skeleton still, or turning back, or if you're looking at him, and he just kind of and just barely taps you on the head, and flames erupt from Rowan and consume him.
Flames are consuming Rowan? No.
Yep. He is no longer there. All right, so this guy's going to go ahead and attack Rith. Wow. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Legitimately surprised.
They really don't like you, Rith.
You know, they get double the chance.
They do. That has been actually what's saving too, because you know, it kind of shows you which die they're using. But all right, so 6 points reduced down to 3.
Yep.
All right. Oh, that would be the zombie if it was there, but it is not. Skeleton will step down. He will fire at Kelnorin. $16 to hit.
Yep.
Seven points. Constitution saving throw for the slow. All right. Slow is gone.
Dokie.
I mean, I don't know if it really matters at this point. Everything is dead.
Handy while it lasted.
That guy's gone. Rowan.
Okay. I have a question here.
Yes.
So it says melee, right?
Uh-huh.
But I'd really like to throw the dagger at the guy by Rith and then run over to the other one.
Oh, okay. So using your offhand attack as the melee one.
Yeah.
So throw for your main hand and then offhand for your left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Sure. So enemy is part of the attack action.
Throws at the guy. Oh. Hey.
What is this, Kiana? thing?
Yeah.
What's this?
This is what I do.
It is what you do.
Okay. Critical hit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I guess it would have been just a d6 plus a roll, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. That's...
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. So
then I just I run over here.
Yep.
And attack
As
with
the
other.
As the blade comes back into your hand. 13 will hit, yes. Even with the slow end, it just barely hits.
Oh, lame.
That's all right. I don't know if he's gonna make it out of this round anyhow. Rith is up next.
There's always a no. There's no chance. I feel like
You'll have to just move around a couple pillars, but I think you can get there. Yeah, you're fine.
I will get right there.
Yep.
And I will swing. Recklessly.
Wow.
Okay.
So
Do we even need to roll damage here?
I mean, I kind of just want to see it because it's vulnerable, so it doubles anyhow. So yeah, just go ahead and roll damage. This is
So
gonna be...
I don't roll. I have to do this
do
manually,
the
right?
crit. Yeah, do the crit. Just do the crit. It should give you just.
Oh, you have it programmed in.
Well, you just have to add plus 12 to it because it's no, you have.
It'd be a normal hit.
Do you have
plus
brutal
12,
criticals?
right?
Yet? Do you have brutal critical
No.
yet? No. Okay, so yeah, just normal.
Normal plus 12.
Plus 22 for your.
24.
weapon
if I'm
master.
adding, yeah, I add 2 for the rage. It doesn't count. it in.
Right. Yeah, so plus 24.
Okay. And I will add some good old radiant into it as well. 45.
The magic should be doubled too because you're part of it. But so it'd be 11. So it's 51 damage. But really, it's 91 because it's vulnerable to bludgeoning.
Oh.
So
It's not bad.
I would like to pin its head against the wall.
what head? There isn't a head.
It's just
There's
dust.
not a rib. There's not a rib cage. There's no femurs. There's no tibias. There's no scapulas. There's no nothing. It's just. It's bone.
Rohan!
It's bone meal.
Oh, Rowan. Not Rohan. Rowan.
I'm just standing there going.
Yep. That's the way that one works. So
What happened
alright.
to plan? I like this plan better.
Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
So you think they know we're here?
Just a little.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we killed everyone that saw us.
That last one died pretty violently though, so they may have heard that.
So what you will hear is there's a sound a voice that just kind of appears, or sounds like it's coming from all around you, and it's feminine, and it goes, "I do not know you, but if she sent you, rest assured, you have come to your demise." And it just fades off at the end.
Who's she?
I actually respond with that as well. Who is she? Just to see if I get an answer.
No answer.
All
We
right, so
could
they know we're
could get
here.
paid for this? Extra?
Yep.
What would you guys like to do?
Guys, I'm honestly sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just had this urge.
I
Worked
understand. I'm going to cast Druidcraft to light my club on fire. If I have a light source.
I will activate my orb. So I become
Active
Iron Dragon.
move.
Do you get a blast with that?
I could, actually. I could do a daylight spell from it.
All right, so you have a torch, Kelnorn, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay. And Rith, you're going to have the light spell in front of you.
Yes.
Okay.
So are we to assume that that's the Feline person?
That'd be my
Probably
guess.
a good call.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Is that the only door
Let's see.
to here?
Well,
I just wanted to see which way Rowan would. Okay, so it looks like the light's good. Yeah, you see a couple of pillars that are kind of against the wall there, but there is a solitary door that exits from here. Let me end the combat here. Move to free movement if you'd like.
Cool.
Rowan, when you look in the door, I mean, you kind of saw past the skeleton a little bit. This one just has some pieces. Looks like they've some of the bricks that have kind of chipped away, fallen to the ground. Looks like there might have been something in the left back corner there at some point that has broken and either just turned to rubble. But there is a solitary open. It's just an archway in the back right hand side there.
I'll step in.
Okay. It is an empty room.
I'm gonna keep.
You can see some lights coming from the.
Oh, stood on
Oh,
Kelnoran.
sorry. Another room with pillars in it, but you can see some light coming from the opposite side there. Looks like it illuminates another hallway, and there's a closed door to your left, and then another archway.
Like on
to
this
your
wall,
right.
or?
Yep.
Okay.
Where Kerr's or Kelnorn's going towards. And then the right side, there's just an open archway, like right here.
I will step there.
See some lanterns that go down that way. And then there is another archway that looks like it's off to the right. There's a door at the end of the hallway that is shut. Kelnorn, there's a couple of double doors there.
Okay.
Should
Which
we
way?
go door or hallway?
Go right. We'll step this way.
Rith says this way.
Okay. You walk down this hallway, Rith, and I mean, there are torches that are kind of lit down here. They don't appear to be giving off any kind of smoke. They look to be possibly magical in some way. There's no heat coming off from them either. But there are a lot of cobwebs and dust that's settled on the ground here. Doesn't look like there's been a whole lot of traffic down this way.
I'll look this way.
Yep. Room full of cobwebs.
All right. Go back out. Do these torches come off?
Nope. They are sconces that are screwed to the wall.
You said we saw like a door down here?
Yeah, there's a closed door there.
I'll look at Lilith, check door.
I will check the door for traps.
Okay. Go ahead and do an investigation check.
And I will use my little goggles.
Okay. $19. Don't really notice anything. Doesn't appear to be trapped.
Is it locked?
Doesn't look like there's a locking mechanism on this door. There's just a handle to push in.
It's not locked.
I walk and open.
Okay. You're greeted with an empty room that, again, full of dust.
All right.
I just want to be able to see the room. I have to walk in it to see, like on the map.
Yeah.
All right. Not this way.
We all tried to go the same spot right there.
All right. I go down here and turn in.
Okay.
Oh, the door's down here.
There's a door right in the middle that is open. Yeah. So what you see is there are a couple of doors. A set of double doors off to the right that are shut. There are a couple of doors. There's a door off to the left that is also shut. There's an archway in front of you that is open that extends forward, and you can see some light coming from an open door at the end of the hallway.
Okay. I will.
And you do see a figure down that way. It's kind of looking down your direction.
I will step here.
Okay.
Figure that way.
Like in our room or in the other room?
Room ahead.
You hear a voice amplified that says, "You will make fine replacements. Come, join in my service." And seems to be holding out a hand, kind of pointing down your direction. Let's see. Rowan, you were up front there before Lilith moved in front, right?
Yeah.
You stopped. So she starts to say that as Rith pulls off to the side when you're in the middle of the room. She kind of looks back for a moment, like she's distracted by something, and then you feel like she's just staring right at you. There's like a moment of eye contact.
I'm in love. No, I'm just kidding. Hearts go above my head. No, I'm just kidding.
Rebecca.
Love now. And she'll go, "You, yes, you may actually do quite nicely." And you'll hear her say, "Rise, my servant, destroy them, but leave him for me." She will move back this way.
I'm just going to shout out, why don't we just quit playing games?
She'll stop in her movement and say, If you wish to surrender yourself to me, I would be more than happy to accept."
I was thinking more like the other way around.
Surrender to you when I'm so close? Think not. Come if you must.
Guys, mind if I do something before we head down the hallway?
Sure.
I want to cast Conjure Animals
Okay.
and send a rhino right down the hall.
Okay. It'll be slightly off track. All right, hold it right there. It needs to stop right there for just a second. So,
Rocksteady?
right as it enters the room, the area, you guys see a flash of light from behind her as just this puff of magic goes up. And the area in which it is standing in front of the door erupts into these squirming, pitch black tentacles. So I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okie doke.
All right.
4.
Yep. As it steps in and gets about to right there, you see these tentacles just wrap around the rhino and holds it in place. And then they start to, like, you see other tentacles just start to beat on its hide. So it takes... $13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie doke.
So with that, we will actually enter into combat here. Do you guys want to start it now, or do you want to stop here?
I think we have a hard 11, right?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, it might be
Yeah.
good to call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will go ahead and pick up here next time with whatever this is going to end up being. final confrontation here.
All plans go out the window, all right?
They have gone out the window at this point.
I mean,
so
they didn't even make it in the door, to be honest, so.
that's true. They ended on the entryway. So. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight. We will be back in a couple weeks. May have to look at different time frames just due to potential conflicts for the next Friday, but we'll make sure there's something up here. But thank you everybody for stopping by. Hope you have a great night. If you're watching us over on YouTube, do all the stuff. Hit all the buttons. Check out the other videos. Karen, Steve, Baldur's Gate, fun stuff. And keep an eye out for Vampire Masquerade coming up soon. And,
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And we will see you next time. Until then, everybody, keep those dice warm. Have a good night.
Bye.
See ya.
Laters.